what's up guys, welcome back to Railway Empire 2, and we are currently on the Karmic Justice scenario within the Indian DLC. So Poetic Justice is our next set of 5 tasks, and we need to ensure there are 2 tea leaf businesses in the region of Uttar Pradesh, which we need to purchase. We need to deliver 24 loads of cloth to Calcutta. Now we're not delivering it, we're actually making it there, so that's good. Deliver 180 loads of tea leaves to Calcutta. So they're not green beans, they are tea leaves, they're not chilies. Reach 80,000 citizens in Benares, and reach 200,000 citizens in this lower region, which I've already purchased, which I didn't mean to. And we need to 80,000 citizens there. So there's 1 or 2 things we could do to begin with. I reckon we take out a bond. I reckon then we purchase this before it becomes too expensive. And I think here, if we were to put a new business, that would help us as well. So if we put that weaving mills there, that's going to help us. Now that, okay, has spent all of our money, but if we look, we've got a bonus here, we've got a bonus here, we've got a bonus here, and probably even more bonuses on the thingy. So I think you'd have to buy that to switch production. Okay, so yes, it does. It costs 200,000. So we've purchased that. That's okay. And there's another one we can purchase somewhere else as well, which we can switch. Probably that one again as well. Yeah. So let's bear in mind that we've got the 2 businesses now. We can switch them both to tea leaves. Now I think we start working our way here. And what we do is we warehouse here, so that we can then move goods here and here and here and wherever else we need to. And I'm only saying warehouse here because we've got wheat, we've got tea leaves, we've got rice, and we've got wood, and we've got wheat as well. We've got extra wheat there as well. It could be that we warehouse there as well, I don't know, but that's got chapati things anyway, so it's going to kind of want wheat anyway. So let's get started, because obviously it's not going to work on its own. Now we need to think about. Oh, I think it would have been better to do it at the bottom there, but we'll have a look. You know, what's ideal? Do we continue to run 4 lines, and we then extend our express line and goods line as well? I think that's probably a really cracking idea, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I reckon this current line that we've got going on between the 2 cities will change. Between them few cities that we've got going on, we could change to be express. We express all the way. Do we do that? Do we do like an express route just between there and there, an express route between there and there, and then there and there, and then we just run goods like between them 3, and then goods between 3? That might work, guys. Let's edit that. let's edit that. So, in fact, let's delete that rail line. New rail line. Right, down there. We're going to run it on. We're going to run it on this line because this is where most of the goods will go. We're going to keep that as an exclusive freight line, and we're going to run. Let's run 3 trains on it, and then we'll do a new rail line that goes there to there. Just 1 train and make an express for now, and then a new one that runs from there to there, back to there, and again express 1 train. Just have that on that waypoint. So what we're doing is we're keeping goods moving on this line throughout the 3 cities, and a mixed line that goes between that other city, and then this is just going to run a single express train for now until it starts getting busier. Okay, and 1 express train on there. And don't forget, we do get a bonus for express trains in this game. So what I'm kind of hoping is now that we will see a much better express line running. And then hopefully we'll see. So once we start seeing the trains full, we'll start running 2 trains. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to do it the other way. I think that's going to be it is kind of what it is job. But if we can run express and goods all the way through like these cities, well, I think we're all right here. And don't forget, if they're getting off at one station and getting onto another at another station, they're probably spending more on train tickets. We'll waypoint it just to keep it separate, so that when we put a new rail line on for goods, we can sort that out as well. So they're not actually doing bad then. There's another bonus up there as well. That's only got 145 days left, so we need to start looking at getting that one done sharpish. Now, why do we connect it via that? And then warehouse here. I don't want the pool region. In a minute anyway, we've got enough going on. So let's edit that to 2 trains now, because that's clearly working. And edit that to 2 trains, because that's working as well. Let's get this city involved too. Oh. Yeah, let's get it more involved on this side of the mountain. So that will get that connected and give us a little bonus for that as well. It's probably cost us more than what the bonus is, but it's another city connected, isn't it? Now the question is, do we continue to run goods like all the way? Is that going to work? Or do we start again from Baleswar and make... I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think we do warehouse here, guys. Right, so let's see. We've definitely got wood, we've got wheat, and we've got tea, haven't we? So what else have we got in the local area? Not a great deal else. I think we do a rail line from there. We didn't ever connect that either. 2 trains on that because we can put that in our warehouse as well. Brilliant. Right. Gee, wow, 90,000 already. That's making dresses. Well, that's not really ideal, is it? So this is definitely a bloody difficult scenario, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we'll be able to do it much cheaper than that. Okay, so we're not doing too well, I don't think. I think we need to go with making this a full goods line all the way up to here. So that would be an ideal place, I think, for warehousing as well. It's not an overly... It didn't go back to Calcutta either. What have I done? No wonder it's not taking that much goods. Back to here, and then we'll line it up to there and line it back. Better. Right, we've got Calcutta again involved. I don't know how I somehow missed that, but what I can do now is change this to green beans. That will then tick off one. Oh, look at that, we get it this side of the water. And I think take that away. Don't be a pain. I know what I want. Oh, it's too steep. Oh, don't tell me that. Because I know what I want. Oh, and I want to run through that train station. That's... See, realistically, we should supply tower that. Supply tower that. Go with the track through the middle there. Then we go back to where we were. Like nothing ever happened. That, and then we connect that to that.
From Calcutta, we can ship these resources to England There we can process them and sell them to the whole world, even to India. A real mercantile feat.
Okay, right. And then we connect. Follow that all the way up to there. And we do that. Brilliant. Okay, right. So now we get a new rail line that goes from there all the way down to Calcutta. So we've fulfilled the cloth. We'll start fulfilling the tea leaves. Is this now producing enough? It is. Now I think we potentially take away, because that's quite a busy station, we potentially take away our service station there and put them elsewhere after. At the minute it's probably not ideal. So we're growing there, we're still growing up here, and that's making paper. Yeah, okay.
The blackmailer was actually serious and sabotaged one of your tracks.
So we've got a bonus industry. I'm not really that interested in the bonus industry, if I'm honest. It doesn't really work well with what I've got planned. We probably have to come in on. Oh my god, how dirty is that? For now, we'll come in on this line. Because it really, at the minute, doesn't matter too much. Don't think we're going to be expanding that way for a moment. So for now, we'll just run wood in, and then we can change it as we see fit later. Next job will be, we need to get this growing a little bit. So the question is, do we go from there to there? Just trying to think what's ideal here. You know, yes, we can get connected, but what, we've got wood there. And the goods are all on the other side of... So we might have to buy in the Nepal region, which has now gone up to 1 million. Not ideal. Either way, I think we need to start heading this way, so there's not much of a choice in it. Now, there is a decision to make. Do we just connect via this city, or do we connect via that city as well? Which, to be fair, we could make that work. I mean, is it going to be? Massive city? I don't think so. What the? Bloody hell happened there? And the question is, can we then, like, get more lines out of this to get it to work? Oh yeah, of course we can. Of course we can, because what we can do is run that to meet that there. We can do anything we want. This is bloody complicated. Okay, so let's now start moving down the line to here, and that isn't that expensive, to be fair. So what we'll do is we'll run a new rail line from here to here. That's better. As an express. Okay, it only turns around in Calcutta. Why would it only be turning around in Calcutta? What have I not done? I've not put a gridiron. Not put a gridiron. Huh. Done everything else, but put the gridiron in. How absolutely fantastically special. Did I do that? So let's delete that. Done it again. Okay, right. So we'll get the bonus now for that. We can now kind of get things moving. How long have we got until the tea leaves at the end of this year? So realistically, we just need to get that converted to tea leaves. That completes that.
In Europe and the whole world. This is the stuff that England and our East India Company draws its wealth from.
We've now got tea leaves on the way to Calcutta. It's not going to take anything, I don't think, but it might do once goods start coming in. Right, so here we need to start getting wood. To see where the ideal. Ooh, God. Where's realistically going to be ideal for that? There isn't really much of an ideal route, but let's just do that for now. See, all this is like kind of really complicated down here and works really well, and then you've just got like nothing up here, with the ability to kind of really do nothing as well. Who's put paper at Rajmahal? What? And there's just no commodities. So there's rice and there's green beans. Great. Everything's so sparse. Do you know what? Let's issue a bond and let's get this area. Let's get some growth up here. So let's maintenance depot, warehouse. We know we've got sugar. I've seen wood. I've seen rice. Now, do we just can we now that we've got? Let's just switch it back so that it's wheat. Get wheat in as well. There's no harm in that. We've fulfilled the task already, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Because our next city is there, so we really need to get a good supply of goods moving into there at some point. Let's just have a look at the contours here. I think we should be fine. We can run that in on the same goods line. So, what I'm thinking actually, guys, is that we are going to change this here. It's too steep. Why would it be too steep? Lying to me, game. And then that becomes a good line as well. And do you know what? We'll just double line that and get it done out of the way. So we've got rice coming, we've got wheat coming, we've got wood coming, all the good stuff, guys, all the good stuff, guys. So we should start seeing a bit of growth here, and then in turn probably see a little bit of growth there. And you know what, it wouldn't hurt just to put that as well. And we've got sugar up here too, so sugar would be great to get in if we were to warehouse here. Sugar as a minimum, and we've got other as well. Let's have a look at how much this sugar would cost us to purchase. Oh yes, let's get that purchased. Oh yeah, let's get that. Let's buy that one as well, because sugar's always a
really strong commodity to get hold of anyway, isn't it? And bearing in mind now we're going to start warehousing it here. We'll probably warehouse it over there as well. Right, and we can start looking at what our trains we've got. So we've got there's not a lot of anything going on the route, to be fair. It's a really empty route, which is quite frustrating, especially when we've got nothing in the warehouse. Why? Yeah, we'll tell you what, we're going to buy that and we're going to destroy that. And then let's put a better industry there. Let's get it leveled up. Right, we're starting to see a little bit of growth now, guys. Now that goods are coming in to these cities up the top up here, we are starting to see growth. This is such a difficult scenario. I'm not going to lie. It is a very difficult scenario. 40 loads of tea has gone, and we need to start making our way to here. And we also, of course, need to start getting these cities growing down here as well. Because at the minute we've only got that one and that one in it. That needs chicken and sugar. Chicken and sugar. Who's got chicken? That would be ideal for chicken, to be fair. And look, sugar over there. Right, brilliant. So do you know what? We'd probably put... We're not far from the end of the sort of line here. So we could warehouse here. Oh, that's our goods line. Waiting for money again. This is not as fast as I wanted it to be, I'm not going to lie. How are these express trains doing? Not bad. Okay, right, so that now can connect onto that line. I don't know if it's the express or the goods line, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's not going to be an overly busy line. So what have we got on this side? It's express, isn't it? Realistically, was it not? Do we need to get it running all the way through? So, because Baleswar, Angul, waypoint 2. Right, let's get that running 6. Let's get some goods moving. Let's get rid of this. Okay, I feel more confident now that things are going to start growing. Do you know what? I'm going to put a steel factory there. What I need to do now, of course, is get chicken and stuff. How long have we got? How long have we got to reach 80,000 citizens? 2 years. Ooh. How long have we got to get that? 2 years. So we're working simultaneously on these two tasks. And it's not fun. It's not fun at all, guys. I say we're almost at the end of the line here. Almost. We are almost. I don't think we're going to be putting much more past this city. I think if we can get these running and working properly, we will be absolutely bob on. Problem is, when we start this, we're going to have to get it growing rapidly. And this is what I'm trying to achieve here as well. Right, so that's all them. We should start seeing this line growing now. Have we got... We have got an express run. So we should see, yeah, these starting to grow now. The next task, of course, is getting over to here. So let's just see what we've got. So I think we're going to need to leave two kind of lines for goods at the top. So let's leave them and let's start heading. And joining up here. So let's make a save where we are. Okay, right. So we don't have any trains running here yet. Now I think we need to get another train that runs between there and there as an express. Just make sure, just for now, we get the two gridirons in so we can get started. And then what we'll do is, once we've got a little bit more cash behind us, it shouldn't take too long. We can start getting goods moving that way as well. We need just 247. We can't take out another bond. That's not going to take too long to get the 247. There we go. Now let's just make sure that that stays on that line. Yeah, that's fine. And then what we want to do is check our... So that's going to be our freight line. Let's now edit that. Let's just delete that and start a new rail line. So we go there. We're going to stay on this line here. To there. And then this line to there. And then back on this line. What have we done? What have I done? So it goes up this line, down that line. And stay on that line, please. Okay, I think we're pretty good with that. Let's get 4 trains and freight. Okay, so it's going to start slow, of course, but we've got sugar coming. And of course we've got goods here as well, so we need to rapidly start getting this city growing. So let's see what goods we've got around here and what it needs. So it needs wood, it needs rice, it needs wheat, and it needs chapatis. So let's have a look. So we've got sugar here, we've got rice here, sugar, rice and wood and wheat. So to be fair, we've got a really good supply of goods. So let's start with that. Oh, sometimes I really, really don't get this game. Okay. Now it won't let me do that because of that little tiny bit there. It'll let me do that with a little tunnel. Wow. Wow. Right, finally. Oh, and it's let me do it all the way there. Right, so I know that we've got a warehouse here, and that's got a couple of bits in it, so I think we're going to have to warehouse here as well, guys. Got wheat, we've got sugar. Actually, do you know what? I want to see how much this wheat farm is first. Yep, let's purchase that. Some of these businesses are dead cheap now that we're so far in. Okay, supply tower. Right, so now that gets wheat there. So sugar, rice. Nice, easy commodities to get in. Supply tower. New rail line. Okay, now let's just check. We've got up to 201,000 citizens in that region. Let's make sure we're supplying everything we need to here. So that's growing, that's growing, that's growing. Brilliant. That's reached the limit. I don't think these are going to reach much more. That's not done too bad. That's growing, and that's growing, which is what we need. Tea leaves are moving. So what else? We've got rice. So let's get rice connected as well. What we might just have to do, guys, is put 3 lanes through, just to help. Okay, so let's get a new rail station there to there. And that will put rice then in the warehouse. Let's see how our express line is doing. Oh, sorry, that's the freight line. Express line. Might be worth putting 2 trains on that now. How about the express line between these? Yeah, that's probably worth putting 2 trains on now as well. Two trains is working on there. So that's grown. Okay, so we can put a business there. What sort of business would be ideal there? We've got wood. We've got wood there. So let's get something with wood. Okay. How many trains have we got running on this line here? Let's edit that to be 2 trains now. Something without that there, so let's put that in. Now the next thing we can get is veg. Now veg is at 35,000, so we don't need it quite yet, but what we will need is chicken. So who's got chicken? Or where can we get chicken from? That's the question. That's a new chicken up there. Okay. Okay, right. So that's our next port of call. So what we will do is run, and we might just have to go back to a different way on this one. Just run through the center line on this one. so. And again, just do the same. Supply tower. Wow, we've spent a lot of money again. This is forever just chewing money, this scenario. Okay, maybe I've not finished that off properly. Don't get me wrong, we're making tons of money, but we're also just absorbing it as well. Like, it just gets eaten straight away with everything we do. We need to get that wood connected as well. And again, we'll run 3 lines through this station, just because we're going to have other trains sitting there. So it just gives our trains the extra option. Okay. For some reason I didn't even finish that. Okay, so that's that now as well. So we're up to 111,000 in that region, up to 28,000 there. And all these are growing just very nicely. And that needs... oh God, that needs that commodity. I can't say I'm enjoying this one as much as the previous one. But on the other hand, we are also, yeah, we're doing all right here. Now, what I wanted to do was take away the maintenance station here. And then start putting them in there, them little stations, so that one in there. so that trains will just fire through here. So what we'll put here instead is a dispatch hall. Right, so we're going to need chickens there, aren't we? Supply tower. Well, where are we going to be heading next? Delhi. We're going to be heading up to Delhi, I reckon. So this really is our like doorway to connecting the next lot as well. Connection bonus up there. Should we connect? What could we put up there that's going to benefit us? Sugar and rice we could put. Yeah. Let's get connected up here, and we can put our new. We could put a distillery up here. Doesn't have to be a major city. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna work, isn't it? Oh wow. Yeah. I'm not liking that, guys. I'm not liking that. We're just gonna have to do it, aren't we? I'm not liking this at all. Seems like a really pointless 1.6 million to get it connected. We're only going to get a bonus of what? I'd rather just not. Okay, so 152 loads of teas have been taken to Calcutta. 80,000 citizens, we're up to 33, 34, and we're up to 128,000 in this region. So I think Benares is going to grow now on its own. We've got a bit of time, so we can focus back on this region a little bit now, making sure that, you know, we're doing the right things. Let's get that to 2 express trains. Let's make that 3 express trains now. What about this one? Let's make that 2 trains now. And what about... Yeah, let's make that 2 express trains now as well. And do you know what? We could start actually adding the cabooses and stuff. Really driving up the money a little bit more. Yeah. Good. Thing is, if they're just running between each city, then people will get off at each city and move as they see that they need to. I presume that's kind of how it works. Let's put that up to 2 trains as well now. How's that looking? We've got plenty of goods moving. So we're up to 36,000. We've nearly fulfilled the tea. We need to get that fulfilled rather soon anyway, because we're running out of time with that one. And we're up to 136,000 citizens in this region. So our next commodity for Benares is vegetables, which we've just done. Wooden pallets, which should be over here. So let's get that. Okay. Okay, right.
Lucky you. The blackmailer tried to turn their threat into reality, but was caught in time by your
So the next one will be the ricey drink thing. So we need a town to reach. So that's growing. So the next
We control a
will
whole
be
territory in the world, and Calcutta is one of our biggest centers of commerce for that purpose.
that
Your
rice drink.
transport business ensures that our trade fleet can be loaded with enough tea.
And this city's not making enough of it for the simple fact that it's... Can we do this? Can we connect it from this side? Is it still too high? I don't really want to be paying a fortune to get that connected when realistically it's not going to be an ideal. I need to be able to get sugar up there. Do you know what? Sod it. I'm not even bothering. Yeah, I'm not even bothering. Just leave that city out of it. We'll get elsewhere. What's that route actually doing? And that's only got 3 trains running on it. Oh, let's up that to 6. I'm not sure what that's waiting for. $42 and $150. Well, we've got the ability to put a new business here, so of course fashion industry would be the ideal, but we have to wait until we can get actual like thread to it, and then we'll be good. But we've grown here, so what would be ideal here? We've got access to sugar and we've got access to rice. So do you know what? Let's get the distillery here. It's in the right place. We're looking good. Next will be 45,000, and that will be spices. So let's have a look at our spice area. Got spices anywhere. Got spices up there. So we could run spices into this warehouse here. The warehouse isn't holding up. Wood, sugar. So hold on, let's have a look what we've got. Rice. Is that not creating enough? Yeah, it is. Let's up that to 2 trains. Get a second train running on that. Wood. Let's get a second train on that. What else is in the warehouse? See if we can increase it a little bit more. Sugar. Sugar, where have we got sugar coming from? Have I just plucked that out of thin air, have I? Sugar. I think I must have. Or do we just make it as easy as we can and run it? Aye, let's do that. It's nice and easy. Let's see how much it is to purchase this. Yeah, let's get our hands on that. Two trains running on that line. Rice, is it worth connecting rice? More rice? Because we've already got rice there. Do you know what? I actually think it's probably worth it. For the very simple reason that we're making stuff it with a distillery now, so it doesn't hurt to have an extra plantation. Dishing out rice, and it's not going to cost me much, is it? Let's face it. Be cracking to have cloth up here as well once this grows. So let's just see now, we're up to 47,163. It's growing, guys, it is growing. What have we got here that's got no supplies? Let's go there. So we've got 2 express trains. Running quite heavy as well, so let's make that 3. How about the express trains on this line? Yep, let's make that 3 now. And then we'll check our express lines here. Let's make that 3. And do that. Then we've got our express lines between. That could probably be 4 trains now. We got a blockage. What's the blockage? Let's take away the maintenance depot in Calcutta, and then we'll have to just maintenance depot everywhere goods are coming from. Okay, we need to stop these trains being blocked up. Okay, so let's have a look at our increase that to 3. Increase that to 3. Trains are filling lovely. Three. I don't think that needs to be 3 quite yet. How's this train doing? Is it actually... Yeah, it's doing alright. That's growing nice. So once that gets to the next level, we'll put cloth there. Green bean. Oh, it's not green beans, it's tea. It's tea. So let's go with a new rail line from here to here. Which one is the freight line? It's this line, isn't it? And then we put tea in the warehouse. We've got the option for a new... So potentially something here with wood. So it's furniture, isn't it? Furniture is going to be our next big player. How is our freight line doing? Let's increase that to 6 so we can get more goods moving. How is our freight line doing over here? They're all running empty. Okay. Okay, right, oh, we've stopped growing here now, so that's a bit alarming. We need to get that growing a bit more. So, what does this need? Distillery, veg, chicken. Distillery, veg and chicken. Well, we've definitely got chicken. Just does it need more chicken? Does it need more? No, we're waiting on goods. So what have we got here? So we need a distillery. We need spices. We need. We've got tea. We need cloth and we need clothes, which we can't get until. So we need veg. Where is veg? hold on. Hold on. I think we can get... Here's me thinking, oh, we can't get that moving over there. I'm not paying almost $1 million. It's game's absolutely off its head. It's too close to an existing track, of course it is. Doesn't like us going through tunnels, but it will let me do that. Well, that's quite a distance, guys. Right, that can now start getting cloth made. You can see there was another city down there. But if we start getting cloth made, then we'll start seeing movement. What else do we need? Chicken, we've got veg and spices. There's nothing in the area at all. Okay, hold on, we've got growth here. So let's think, what can we do here? Sugar and rice. Let's distillery. Level that up. What else? Let's look at our businesses. While we've got the money, level that up. What have we got here? Level that up. Don't know any of the businesses there. We don't know any of them. That's got the opportunity for a new business. What is ideal there? Haven't really got a great set of commodities here that's going to help us at all. So let's just think what else we've got. Furniture. Why the hell not? What have we got here? Distilleries. Yeah, why the hell not? Yeah, let's do it. And let's look at the ones that we own. We got anything here? Let's level that up. Do we own any of these stops? Any of these businesses? Sugar. Let's level that up. So we spend a bit of money, but we've levelled a lot of stuff up now. Let's get rid of the maintenance depot there. Start putting them in other locations. So we're up to 62,178 now. You just got to keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. So the next commodity is cloth, which I said would be ideal up here as soon as this reaches the 40,000 mark. So that's definitely good there. Let's see how cloth is doing here now. Should have purchased that. Should have purchased that. I'm not paying that much money for it. But we should have purchased it, shouldn't we? Chicken. Why is chicken not being produced so much? Or it is, but we're not moving it. I mean, we're moving sugar and wheat, but we're not moving chicken. Okay, well now we're moving chicken. Okay, well we're moving stuff now. We are moving. We only need 20 more thousand people. That's actually growing. We've got chicken. We need veg. We've got the distillery as well, and we need spices. I don't fancy moving spices all the way from there though. There's spices over there. a library there. And get a library. Oh, we can't have a library there yet. Oh, soon. Soon. Oh, we've got a bit of congestion up here, so let's get that like that. Okay. Benares is still growing, so we're not going to be too far off completing that task. And we are still growing down here as well. Let's start looking at what we've got in each station. So that's got something on each one. Warehouse and dispatch hall. That's got two things. What we got here? Maintenance depot, and let's go restaurant. Warehouse and dispatch hall. Maintenance depot and restaurant. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Right, into the middle. What have we got here? Restaurant. Okay, right, every city's got something. Okay, so we are still growing lovely here, guys. 74,000 for Benares and to 194 in the region, and all three of them cities are growing. Beautiful. And we're absolutely raking the money in. Yeah, I am super happy with all that. I think Yes, we should probably get that connected, and then that way we're moving less tea. Long stop. Okay, yes, right, we are nearly there, guys. 75. What else do we need for this to continue to grow? Pallets, wooden pallets. Who's got wooden pallets? I'm sure we had that.
I'm so relieved. The food production in this region will guarantee that the people won't have to go through a famine. I can't thank you enough.
So that is that task fulfilled, and we just now need to reach our last bit here. I think the next area we're going to be heading up to is here. This should be ready soon for cloth, I'd imagine. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, look, there's sugar up there as well. Yeah, it doesn't need it at the minute, but as soon as that reaches 40, we are good. Okay, brilliant. Happy. We've got congestion. Don't want congestion.
The city is strategically important for this region and marks the halfway point on the route to Delhi. Don't let up now. Good job. Now that the export is up and running and we have an additional source of revenue, we can complete the line to Delhi. Maybe we should have made that our highest priority, because our administration has difficulties controlling our countless territories. But better late than never. I see you have already started building another railway line, autonomously. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but there are more important issues to attend to right now. We urgently need more soldiers in the east for our battles on the border to Burma. Transport our sepoy soldiers to Rajmahal.
Do you have a moment? A private company can't rule over a country of such massive proportions. The sepoy, alongside the rest of the population, are frustrated. First, the reckless agriculture politics of the company. Now they have to give their lives for some war of the English. I fear that there will be riots if this continues. We must support the people to maintain stability in the country. I doubt that we can preserve peace, but we have to do our best nonetheless. So please also support Central India. The region is of utmost importance in terms of culture, education, and industry. That would help the people and the stability in the country. Additionally, we will get one step closer to a connection between Calcutta and Bombay. Of course, there is a reward in it for you if you support me further in this endeavor.
Okay, so that is going to be the end of part 2, I think we're on. Was that part 2? Yeah, that was only part 2. It just feels like this has been one hell of a long scenario. Right, so the next one is to transport 300 passengers from Patna to Rajmahal, deliver 40 loads of spices to Delhi, and we've only got a year and a bit to do this, guys. Transport 800 wagons with one single train line between Agra, Bareilly and Delhi. 800 wagons, wow. Reach 80,000 citizens in Delhi and 70,000 in Nagpur. Hold on, let's pause this then. So that's the way we've got to go up there. But then we also want to be heading to Nagpur as well. Wow, this game wants a lot. $70,000 citizens in Nagpur. Wow, this game wants a lot. This scenario. So we might have to re-evaluate our line here to head over to Nagpur. That's okay. We've also got spices there, so that's okay. We can do that. We can re-evaluate that. Not a problem. In fact, we've left 2 lines at the top here. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, I know what we're doing there. And it wants us to do Patna to Rajmahal. Well, to be fair, we could probably do that quite easily. Okay, so that is going to be the end of part 2, guys. A lengthy one again, but join me in part 3. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.